Mr. Miller.
One in particular.
Yeah, well, there's several of them. Mr. Miller, let me ask you, and I know Mr. Stearns got into this just a little bit, but we talked a lot about this convergence of various technologies, and we've got one box that's going to do all sorts of things. Could you give us, in just a little bit more detail, and my time's about probably ready to expire, what is the future of the convergence of these things? What new applications do you see that will go beyond what we have now if we can marry the computer and the television and the telephone and everything else?
Yeah, well, there are many, many applications, so maybe I'll just focus on the whole issue about commerce. We'll be able to go from just watching programming, having advertising, maybe causing us to be interested into a product, to being able to get more information about the product and actually being able to buy a product. And this will provide a real change in the economics. I think it will help the broadcasting industry a great deal. It will help the cable industry, all the people that are involved in distribution. So it's just not the idea of using it. Today we're looking at televisions being used for linear programming television, and then maybe with something like web TV, you're on the internet. But it's really the combination of this. And one of the most important things is also allowing an editorial perspective to be used, so that when we want to go off, let's say, to the internet, because we're listening to a story about this hearing here, someone knew that that was going to happen and could provide some additional material that was relevant to this. So that's one of the real powers of combining television broadcasting and the internet.
So you're saying, for example, that somebody watching this hearing could have a database behind them. They could find out, for example, if they wanted to get different information about the members of Congress or your things here.
Or what some of the people on the panel have been, the witnesses have been saying in the past, for instance.
It would be interesting. They could go to the top 10 toadies of Newt website that I know I was featured on at one time, and
Yeah.
see if they could find out things like that. So, okay, it sounds very interesting, and I appreciate your comments very much. I yield back my time, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, gentleman. Chair recognizes himself around.